Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. The situation to yesterday hasn't really changed. The correction is still unfolding in wave 2. So we just see the price move and work through its corrective pattern, which I call wave C, obviously, in wave 2. The question is only, okay, when is this wave 2 over? Of course, it's increasing its downside dynamic and momentum at the moment. It started when it broke below that 2,360 Fibonacci support level that we talked about in recent days. And this level, when it broke, obviously it meant that most likely a wave 2 is unfolding, not a wave 4. And that also caused, most likely here, the acceleration of the downside momentum. We have now arrived at this ascending trend line that I shared with you in the last video. It is possible that a head and shoulders pattern forms from here. I mentioned that already yesterday. This head and shoulders pattern, this could be the left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder might be a wave 4, and then we get this wave 5 down. I expect at least one more 4-5 pattern to complete this structure. So circle wave 4 that I already showed you in yesterday's video has not started. At least there's no evidence for it yet. Maybe it will start from this region of the previous low points. Again, we could see a head and shoulders pattern form here. But overall, the wave 2 correction that we talked about is still unfolding. So the overall dynamic of the market hasn't changed, the structure hasn't changed, and the C wave still has plenty of space. Bear in mind that wave 2s are there to scare people. Yeah, wave 2s are there to scare people without the real or the right degree of scare. A wave 2 cannot finish. So yeah, it's good to see that ETH still has plenty of space. It can use, as I said, the entire space all the way down to 1670. And I remember that a lot of people were disappointed when the price never reached that support area. And I always say they are not targets, they are simply support levels in a wave 2. But it is kind of unusual that the price avoided it. So maybe it will get it after all, at least 2017, 19, 11. I can't predict the future. What I can tell you is where the market will change its structure, where the trend changes, where the market will change its structure. And it will only be below 1670. So this entire distance could be used by the price if it needs it. At the moment, the market is coming down quite aggressively. That, however, looks like the heart of a so-called third wave breakdown. And I have relabeled it from a diagonal into an impulse now. It doesn't change the overall structure, but you can clearly see now a 5-wave pattern in wave 3. It's even possible that there's another one too set up in here so that this third actually sits here. But we'll see, we'll see. It doesn't make a difference in the short term because at least one more 4-5 pattern, let's say, would be needed to complete this structure. Maybe 2. Okay, so maybe we'll get another 4-5 afterwards, and the wave 2 will sit a little lower. We've now arrived also at this $2,200 level that I mentioned, the 1.618 extension. I will take out these gray fibs now. We don't need them on the chart, but it was one of the likely targets, but it seems like it's not, it's not finished, so it might still need to go lower. And yep, if a break below this trend line unfolds after a lower high in a wave 4, then this looks like a textbook head and shoulders. What is resistance? So obviously I have no evidence that this 4th wave has started, but what we can do is we can take here the resistance levels, and this is the standard resistance range measured from the latest low for a wave 4. So a wave 4 should ideally not break above 2,407. Now, plus minus a couple of dollars depending on which exchange you're looking at. But a sustained break above 2,407 would mean that likely something different is going on. In an impulse, to keep its impulsive character to the downside, the 4th wave should stay below that level. So basically a break above that pivot would signal that something different is going on. There could be strong resistance around 2,360, typically the ideal, let's say, resistance or target area for a 4th wave. Also, we have previous wave 4 of a lower degree there, so that could offer additional resistance. When we have the wave 4 done, we can calculate a target for wave 5. Yeah, that's my update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.